afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are watching from. I, Dr. Amy Rajalakshmi Allen, a life coach and an international best-selling author from the United Kingdom. I'm so happy and grateful to have you today on our C8TV.net, as I will be your co-host for the day. I would like to also extend my gratitude to the most incredible little child with a big dream, Master Prince Pagidipalli, along with our MD, Managing Director of C8TV.net, and the Chairman of Life Foundation, Her Excellency Professor Dr. VJE Caroline Ma'am, and not to forget the great man standing firmly behind all the events, His Excellency Dr. Rajarao Pagidipalli. Before I get into our most awaited event for today, please, why don't you subscribe to our channel so that you can find this video in the future, and also you will not miss the future videos. And also, why don't you give us a big like, as that really encourages us to make more of these live events on creating major awareness in addressing the current issues in the world which are taken for granted, or it is gone unseen, or even it is swept under the carpet. As today we are all gathered here to discuss the female foeticide, which is the process of finding the gender of fetus and undergoing a process to get rid of it if it is a girl. Although it is a heartbreaking news, but is still being practiced in many rural areas in the world. Besides this, there are some communities which practice female infanticide, which is the practice of getting rid of the child once it is born, and is by forcing to stop the heartbeat till the life is gone. And we have got four amazing, well-qualified panel of speakers for sustainable development goals in addressing female foeticide, which is the theme for today, the female infanticide prevention. When I say super amazing panel of speakers, I really mean it. Therefore, if you own any portable telephones, please kindly switch it off completely and give yourself an hour break to focus on your children, as we are going live on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on Zoom, with the aim to save the girl child. As to begin the event, we would call upon our most honorable and respected Iron Lady to give her welcome speech with her mission to empower women leaders globally. Please put your hands together for Her Excellency Professor Dr. VJE Caroline Ma'am. The stage is all yours, ma'am.
Yeah. Good evening, one and all. Good morning, good afternoon. It's a great privilege for me to be here. And I'm seeing all the eminent speakers who are renowned for their career and for their excellency. Thank you very much, Emmy ma'am. Excellent. It's an extraordinary presentation. Amazing. So delighted to see you here. Okay. Today we are going to have the topic on prevention of female foeticide. Here I would like to give my welcome address. The main concept of conducting these programs, especially under United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 5, to bring awareness in the minds of the society. As we are developing and moving ahead, marching ahead, and the developed countries are moving more ahead, but still we are noticing some kind of practices which are mainly affecting the mankind, the human beings. So these practices has to be eradicated. So we need to collectively bring awareness and ignite in the minds of the society who are well qualified and educated, that they have to come forward and work for the welfare of the society and uplift the people who are the sufferers. So especially the girl child without seeing the society, without seeing the earth, the beautiful world, we are completely killing them in the womb. So there are certain evil practices. Why they does? If you see the ratio of the male and female, the female ratio compared to boys, that is male ratio, is very less. Only because of these evil practices, killing the female child in the womb itself. So it is very essential that we have to look forward for the improvement of the ratio of the girl child with that of the boys. So here, if you observe that why these practices are going on in the society, there are various reasons, various factors. So one after one, our eminent guest speakers are going to give us a great insights about the practices and what are the measures to be taken. But as a managing director of this channel, and as we are conducting this program, I would like to bring to the notice of the society, of the public, of the government, that these social evil practices has to be curbed. It has to be eradicated. We have to encourage girl child to see the beauty of the nature and enjoy her life. We doesn't have any right to crush their life, kill them in the womb itself. So it is a great crime. So we need to, if we observe the society, and we have seen the status that compared to rural, urban, in the urban areas, we have seen this kind of feticide, infanticide, killing the girl child in the womb. So these practices has to be eradicated. So mainly because in the rural area, because of the poverty, they are killing the girl children. They cannot bear, because they have to educate the girl child, bring them up, and as well, they have to take the girl child to other family. They see that when we are spending huge amount on the girl child, they will be moving to other family and they will be taking care of them. What kind of benefit they get? So parents are thinking in aspects of the finance. So that is must be the one reason. As well, education also became very costly. So maybe the poor family members unable to bear, and they see the boys will be taking care of their family and girl will be moving out. That kind of attitude in the minds of the parents, that they're ready to kill their own children. So that has to be eradicated, and we have to bring the awareness. So like this, there are so many reasons and causes behind the culture. In the Hindu society, especially in India, son only takes the soul to the heaven. So when they go for the funeral rites, only boys have the right. So girls doesn't have the right. So such kind of attitude and feeling, they are trying to kill the girl child and they want only the boy. And they also feel that boy child will educate, earn, and the support, or support in their labor work. Like this, they have a lot of feelings and attitudes. And these practices are increasing day by day. As we are improving and civilization is high and we are all qualified, still we notice. So it is a responsibility of us to prevent such kind of act and educate and encourage our society, educated women, to come forward and support the society and bring the girl child to the world, and let us all united and help the girl child to lead their life happily and prosperously. And if generally we call girl child as our Lakshmi in India, so let us adore our girl child as Lakshmi, and let us invite Lakshmi into our house. So thank you very much.
Fantastic, fantastic. Our Iron Lady has actually spoken, yeah?
Thank you.
Our Iron Lady has spoken, yeah. Thank you so much, Her Excellency Dr. VJE. Caroline, ma'am, you have actually spoken, and it clearly says that, as we have listened to the Iron Lady, you will notice that there are different stages of her life that she had said yes even before she figured out the how, and now that it has paid off. Now, please, once again, let's give our Iron Lady a round of applause, a big round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. As it has also been said that when you kill a girl, you kill the whole generation, a mother, a sister, a wife, and a daughter. Let's save the girl child. Next, we would like to call upon our first speaker in our panel list. As I mentioned in the beginning, we have real amazing speakers who have great knowledge, experiences, personal stories, and most importantly, our speaker is an action taker in building a better world for all of us. Kindly put your hands together to the great speaker that is going to come on stage, the National President of Women's India Chamber of Commerce and Industry, WICCI, Her Excellency Dr. Shirley Bhutani. The stage is all yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Yatra narastu pujante, ramante tatra devta. Good evening, one and all. First of all, my sincere regards to Professor Dr. VJE Caroline, MD, C8TV.net, Chairman of Life of Foundation, Honorable Raja Raoji and Prince for giving me a wonderful opportunity today to speak on the female infecticide prevention dynamic co-host, Dr. Amy. Thank you so very much for giving this opportunity to me and my all co-speaker friends. We Indians come from a land where the women are considered as a person of prime importance, right, friends? Sometimes as goddess, as a blessing, but the practice we culcate is a bit different. India has been under the influence of patriarchal society for too long. That particular shows culture bias towards women since ancient times. Women were always seen as a bane for the family, and as a result, the girl child was either sent to the deathbed soon after her birth, or if she survived, she has to face all sort of and torment from the society. The time has changed now. We are living in modern 21st century, but still we are seeing various infanticide cases all over India, shows that the notion of people still has not been changed. Why? Because women are still seen as profanity to the society. So this is major cause that female infanticide after all these areas or all these years continues to be a serious issue in India. It is a killing of girl child intentionally sometimes. Besides using several measures to kill a girl child soon after birth, the other methods also used to kill the child in the womb after determining the sex also are prevalent. Because today, because of this deliberate elimination, there are more than 160 million girls who went missing in India, which has created an imbalance in the sex ratio too. So what are the reasons? There are various possible reasons for this problem. The reason lies in the culture, economical, and religious roots of India too, because females are always seen as burden to the society. A male child is considered to be bring wealth, reputation, and well-being and labor in the family, but female child is always seen to bring bad luck to the family. Also, it is general conception of people that if female is born, they have to spend more on her education too. And sometimes they feel which will be waste as the ultimate aim of their parents is to get her married. The root cause thus of the female is dowry system in India. So there is a system in all over here which groom side has to be given dowry from the bride side at the time of marriage, sometimes as demanded, thus creating a problem for the poor families, as ma'am has just said, who cannot afford this. So they always do this. So female is always seen as a financial obligatory by the parents. Another reason can be male child is considered as a path to heaven under Hindu mythology. A male child is given great importance as he considered to give his parents the soul salvation. Because in 1975, if you remember, friends, due to one child policy with female children were killed due to this aforementioned reasons. And this convention were not things of past, but in present scenario too. People blindly believe these things, and the same is contributed by illiteracy, which turns out to be the major cause now for the female full education system too. Further, in today's world, corruption is going on at rapid stage, and due to same reason, through this sixth domination is banned. Private doctors are using, sometimes they have to be illegal way to make money, and the course parties even and the educated and well-to-do families are doing so because they are biased sometimes. But what are the effects? The major effect of this, it is leading to an imbalance, which is increasing in the sex ratio too. The number of female children per male child has decreased from now 972 to 929 in 1991, and now this is in 2011. The census says 914, still decreasing. So female is causing a stiff decrease in female pollution, which is really a great concern. The child sex is not uniform across the states in India. Talking about social effects, female pressurized women to have a son as a child, and they are being sometimes subjected to mental and physical torture as well when they refuses to this, sometimes a test. So female infanticide does in a way is augmenting social maltreatment of women. The gender imbalance caused due to this demonstrating norms of society even more strongly, women being afraid of this discrimination, ill treatment that her girl would be facing, are supporting the idea of prenatal determination of sex. The crime rate against women are increasing, like a rape, sometimes of the major crimes women are facing right now also, which is a matter of great lookout. So what are the laws and policies our government made this? Understanding the earnest of situation. Due to above all these effects, various laws and policies are passed in this regard. Even government passed its first law, that is called in 1971, Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. This was really made abortion legal in almost all states across the country, subject to certain conditions like medical health of the mother and rape too. But as there are certain loopholes in this act, due to the advancement in technology, that in 1980, sex diagnosis technology were made available, which led to massive and increase in number of female foeticide cases. So what are these causes to remain in this? So in my conclusion, India has always been a male-dominated country. And since ages, women were persecuted towards this all norms of society. But now, women are fighting back this notion of society and being ahead in every field. The policy initiated by the government and the laws made to fortify and escalate the women are becoming backbone of the women. But still, there is a lot that is needed to be done to curb such social evils in India from the roots. But the laws and governments are not enough to eradicate this evil practice. So this won't stop unless we choose to stop it. We need to educate people. We need to create social awareness at our own level. And we should support this girl so that they would be empowered and be independent as they are going nowadays. As you see, a lot of girls are coming forward. Women are pride of our country. Our culture considers women as Shakti, as wealth, and therefore the onus is one on us to save the girl. This is on us to save the girl and prevent taboo in our culture. We should remember, don't kill a girl in the womb when she can bring the country to bloom. So my recommendation that this act should be done with the event to prevent the child being born alive or to cause it to die birth. And section 316 always talks about causing death of quick unborn child by act amounting to culpable of homicide. So in the last, I really thank you to everyone, my co-speakers, founder of Life Foundation, Raja sir, everyone, I really gratitude to everyone that those who have taken a wonderful topic nowadays, because it is really a demand. This is gender importance caused to this infanticide. It's demonstrating norms of society even more strongly and women being afraid of discrimination. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much in my talk. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this great information, Dr. Shirley. As we highly appreciate all the information that you have given us, and the statistic that is that you have actually shared with us is just alarming, and we understand the effect of it. And as you mentioned, that girls are the heroes of the country now, as earlier it was the male dominant, and it's a beautiful information that you have shared, that we need to educate the woman. A girl child is a pride and the future of the nation. Every of the girl child means empowering your future. An educated woman has the power to educate the entire family. Thank you. Thank you. Please give a round of applause to our Dr. Shirley, who has given so much information.
Thank you so much, Emmy. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Welcome. Okay, next we will move on to our next speaker. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. Every one of us do matter. This is what I believe that our next speaker lives by. We are going to call upon an amazing, beautiful soul who is striving in building a lasting legacy in empowering all women to excel in economy and enterprise. Please put your hands together for our amazing, beautiful soul who initiates the Indo-Canada Arts and Culture, Her Excellency, Miss Mokshi Verg. The stage is all yours, ma'am.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I would like to start with thanking the organizing team of the Life Foundation in organizing and inviting me as a guest speaker at this webinar today. Just to introduce myself, I'm Mokshi Verg, an events organizer, realtor, speaker, mentor, radio and TV host, a mother, a wife, and a founder director of a nonprofit organization called Indo-Canadian Arts and Culture Initiative, Inc. in Canada. Just to introduce, I was appointed to a prestigious position of a president of WICI, Women India Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Central Canada India Business Council last year for empowering women here. Also, I was appointed as the president of World Book of Records UK for Toronto, Canada. Today, we are discussing a very important theme, the female infanticide prevention, and I would like to share my views with all of you. Female infanticide in India has a history spanning centuries. Poverty, dowry system, births to an unmarried women, deformed infants, famine, lack of support services, and maternal illnesses such as postpartum depression are some of the causes that have been proposed to explain the phenomenon of female infanticide in India. Although infanticide has been criminalized in India, it remains an underreported crime due to the lack of reliable data. The Indian government has passed preconception and prenatal diagnostic system in 1994 to ban and punish prenatal sex screening and in female infanticide. It currently is illegal in India to determine or disclose sex of a fetus to anyone. But female infanticide is the deliberate killing of girl babies. It is also described as gender selective killing. As we know, India has a long history of son preference, reflected in greater mortality rates for girls and women over the life course, arising from their relative neglect. A recent study in Canada also observed that there is a female foeticide among Indian and Chinese immigrants, but not amongst Muslim immigrants. Amongst the reasons, that Indian families put enormous weight on having a son is that elderly parents live with the eldest son. They live with the son till they die, at which point the son lights the funeral pyre. And this is the meaningful life in Hindu culture. These needs are met by one son. So the phenomena of female feticide touches on many of the dilemmas of modern times, including the ethics of scientific progress, gender equality, human rights, and freedom of choice. Why it's important to have gender equality in achieving sustainable development. If we say empowering women and promoting gender equality is crucial to accelerating sustainable development, ensuring universal access to sexual and reproductive health, and affording women equal rights to economic essential resources such as land and property, and vital targets to realizing the goal. How gender equality relate to sustainable development? Sustainable development relies on ending discrimination towards women and providing equal opportunities for education and employment. I believe gender equality has been conclusively shown to simulate economic growth, which is important, especially if in continuing with the higher unemployment rates and less economic opportunities. To conclude, I would say that how we can achieve gender equality. There are 10 ways we can promote gender equality in our daily life. There should be this special sharing between the household chores and childcare equally, not just the responsibility of a woman. We should be able to watch for the signs of domestic violence, support mothers and parents, reject the racist attitude towards women, help women gain power, listen and reflect. We should be able to hire diversity, not just focusing on having men in the workplace. We need to have women hiring at the same level, pay and the same salary for equal work. So if we promote all this, we can really promote gender equality. This is my views that I would like to share with you. Thank you. And it was wonderful having all the fellow speakers with me, and I'm looking forward to hearing all of them. Thank you for having me.
Kind thanks, Mr. Mokshi. Was a great sharing that you have actually given us. Much appreciated for all the information that you have given, and I really like the way that you have delivered your speech. And congratulations to all the success that you have actually gained. And baby girl is one of the most beautiful gifts that this world has to give. So let's all of us save our girl child. And baby girl are also like flowers, and that flower is always in the bloom. So let's all of us save our girl child. And next we're going to call upon, it's last but not the least, we're going to call upon the speaker in our panel list for today. Since we have been filled out with lots of information and awareness, I'm not quite sure on how we could end this event, but I do know that for sure it's going to be with lots and lots of love from our next speaker. Please put your hands together for the most wonderful soul, the founder of Srishti Bharat Foundation, Her Excellency, Miss Anar Mehta. Here you go. The stage is all yours, ma'am.
Wow. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. I'm Anar Mehta, founder and president and trustee of Srishti Bharat Foundation, which empowers women nationally, locally, regionally, and internationally. I'm also the Wiki NRI National President, which is Women Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I'm also the Women's Wing President of Indian Golf Circuit. I'm also the Gujarat President and International Ambassador of MSME and Startups Forum Bharat. And I'm also the advisor of Global Mental Health Association, which is based in UK and affiliated with United Nations. Thank you. Wonderful evening to all. First, I want to thank Mr. Raja Rao and Life Foundation for inviting me to such a prestigious, glorious event. Greetings to all present here today. It gives me great pleasure to be a part of this event. At the outset, let me wish that all of you and your family members are safe and completely healthy. Being among the company of such a talented women inspire me to take even more efforts towards women empowerment, gender inclusion, and diversity. Today, we are going to discuss a very, very important topic, that is female infanticide prevention in India, as well as in several other countries of Asia. Female infanticide and son preference based on deeply rooted patriarchal cultural and religious beliefs has been pervasive for centuries. According to study conducted by the International Center for Research on Women and UNPFA's Asia Pacific Regional Office, women experience intense societal and familiar pressure to produce a son, and failure to do so often carries the threat and consequences of violence or abandonment in their marriage. They're abandoned. The study says that the advent of prenatal diagnostic technology since the mid-80s has also made it easier to practice the prenatal sex selection and subsequent sex-selective abortions. In India, United Nations Women tackles domestic violence and son preference by working with elected women representatives and other women in villages across the 5 states. They encourage them to speak of their concerns, that is very important, and increase their participation in local decision making through panchayats and gram sabhas. I want to quote, Yatra Narayastu Pujyante Namaste Tatra Devata. We Indians come from a land where the women are considered as a person of prime importance, as a goddess, as a blessing, but the practices we Indians enact is a bit different and contradictory to the above mentioned quote. India has been under the influence of patriarchal society for too long. That shows cultural bias towards women since ancient times. Women were always seen as a bane for the family and as a result, the girl child. I just want to quote that the girl child is always abandoned and was either sent to the deathbed soon after their birth. As if it is she survived, she has to face all sorts of brutality, torments from the society. The time has changed and we are living in a modern 21st century. But still, seeing various infanticide cases all over India shows that the notion of people still not has changed and women are still seen as a profanity to the society. Female infanticide, after all these years, continues to be a serious issue in India. It is a killing of a girl child intentionally. Besides using several measures to kill a girl child soon after her birth, the other methods used to kill the child in the womb after determining the sex are also prevalent, are still prevalent today. Because of these deliberate eliminations, there are more than 160 million girls who went missing in India, which has created an imbalance in the sex ratio. I want to state some reasons why this is happening. There are various possible reasons for this problem. The reason lies in the cultural, economical, and religious root of India. Females are always seen as a burden to the society. A male child is considered to bring wealth, reputation, and well-being and labor in the family, while the female child is always seen to bring a bad luck to the family also, it is a general conception of the people that if a female is born, they have spent more on education, which will be a waste, as the ultimate aim of her parent is to get her married. The root cause, thus, of the female infanticide is dowry system in India. There is a system in which groom side has to be given dowry from the bride side at the times of her marriage as demanded, which is still prevalent in rural India as well as in urban area, and thus creating a problem for the poor families who can't afford it. A female is always seen as a financial obligatory by the parents. Another reason can be that a male child is considered as a path to heaven under Hindu mythology. A male child is given greater importance and he is considered to give his parents a moksha, soul salvation. A male child is also considered important as he will carry the family line. I just want to specify that why these things are happening and what are the effects of female foeticide. The major effect of female infanticide, it is leading to an imbalance in the sex ratio, which is increasing. Female infanticide is causing a stiff decrease in the females population, which is a great concern. The child sex ratio is not uniform across the states in India. The states like Haryana, Delhi, Himachal Pradesh, and Chandigarh, the ratio has declined to 900 girls per 1,000 boys. The statistics are so sad. There are more than number of boys than that of girls, due to which the difficulty of finding girls for marriage is increasing alarmingly. And this in turn is becoming one of the major causes of female trafficking in India. In areas like Haryana, the female are being sold illegally from areas like West Bengal and Assam. This situation is further creating social deprivation for girls. Talking about social effects, female foeticide pressurizes women to have a son as a child, and they are being subjected to mental and physical torture and abandonment as well when she refuses to have sex determination test. They are troubled. Female infanticide thus, in a way, is augmenting social maltreatment of women. The gender imbalance caused due to infanticide is demonstrating patriarchal norms of the society even more strongly, and women being afraid of the discrimination, ill treatment that a girl would be facing, are supporting the ideas of prenatal determination of sex. The crime against women are increasing. Rape, trafficking, sexual exploitation are some of the major crimes women are facing right now. India has always been a male-dominant country, and since ages, women have been persecuted towards the patriarchal norms. But now women are fighting back these notions of the society and are being ahead in every field. The policies initiated by the government and laws made to fortify, escalate the women empowerment. But still there is a lot to be done to curb such social evils in India from the roots. But the laws and the government are not even enough to eradicate these evil practices. This won't stop unless we choose to stop as a community. We need to educate people. We need to create social awareness at our level. And we should support girls so that they would be empowered and be independent. Women are pride of our country. Our culture considered women as Shakti, as wealth. Therefore, the onus is on us to save the girl and prevent a taboo in our culture. we should remember, lastly, I want to quote, don't kill a girl in the womb when she can bring the country through the womb. When we empower women, we empower our nation. The government of India has enacted legislation named Preconception and Prenatal Diagnostic Tactic Act 199-4, which was amended in 2003, steps to illegal sex determination. Ministry of Information and Communication Technology to block sex selection has been implemented by Government of India. Even the inspection of ultrasound and diagnostic facilities by National Inspection and Monitoring Committee has been implemented. So I just want to quote that gender equality is not only a fundamental human right, but a necessary foundation for a peaceful, prosperous, and a sustainable world. We all together as a community should work towards women empowerment and work against the eradication of female infanticide. Thank you and namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you so much. There was a great insight there. Ms. Anar Mehta, you have actually, as I mentioned, we're going to end this show with lots and lots of love, and you have actually made it. You have actually showed it, and it was a great sharing that you have mentioned that women are considered as goddess, and we are the Shakti. And also, as mentioned earlier, we welcome the Lakshmi to save the girl child. And as we move on here, you can call your daughter Beta, but you won't ever call your son Beti. It just sums up why daughters are so special. And thank you so much to all our eminent speakers, Dr. Shirley Bhutani, Ms. Mokshi Verg, and also Ms. Anar Mehta. You have just nailed the show for today. And thank you so much once again for all the guests that's actually present today. And before we end the show, I'm going to call upon our Iron Lady back again to give her word of thanks. Here we welcome Her Excellency, Professor Dr. VJE Caroline, ma'am, back again. We will love to hear you before we end the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Really, it is an amazing time. We heard excellent message from Dr. Shirley Bhutani, Mokshi Verg, Anar Mehta, ma'am. Really wonderful. I was engrossed and I was absorbed and totally I was immersed. And I was thinking that, yes, we need to act rightly and implement aptly with the support of women, the great women. Just now we heard from them. The great people we heard. So it is our responsibility to take the support of great women leaders and go ahead. Yes, there are various factors as we have seen that poverty is the main basic. And the second thing is girl child may not support, only boys will support such kind of wrong notions. So there are various factors. Just now we have seen, really it's amazing. We Indians especially, we call our country as, we compare with the woman, Bharat Mata. So we adore women. We celebrate every festival. By remembering the goddess. So education means we remember Saraswati. Wealth means we remember Lakshmi. So Shakti, so Durga Mata and Kali Mata now. So we remember every goddess, but why can't we remember girl child, our daughters, the beautiful daughters? They are with energy, they are with wealth, they are with the prosperity, knowledge, wisdom. So everything we get from the woman goddess. So why can't we see the goddess in our daughters? So let us all encourage girl children to enjoy in our houses, not to kill the girl child in the womb. Yes, technology is very important. Actually, the technology is introduced only to know the defects of the fetus in the womb, but we are making use of it in a wrong way, detecting the sex and the family that we girls are births. Let us use the technology and inform intelligently for the prosperity of children, to have healthy children. That is the main criteria of technology. So let us use technology in a very effective way and use it in efficiently for the prosperity of our healthy children. And we know nowadays parents are mainly depending upon the girl children. What I observed as a psychologist, there are many cases that boys are not taking care of parents. Girls, in spite of taking some problems in the house, still they support their parents. So it is a great, tremendous change in the minds of the parents. Slowly they are changing. So it is a warm welcome attitude that girl children are supporting their parents in their distress. So great. I really appreciate the girl children. So only thing is we have to bring awareness in the minds of the people that how girl children support them in all areas, in all aspects. And girl children are the brave people, brave gender, who take care of the entire family as well as their siblings. So it is very important that we have to look at the girl child as goddess and let us welcome. And especially education is very important. So let us see that the girl children education is given priority. So all the women who are here, kindly join with us and let us act rightly and support girl children. Our main motto of our organization is only to support girl children and women. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Shirley Bhutani, ma'am, excellent message, ma'am. Every word is very important. Thank you very much, ma'am. My heartfelt thanks to you, ma'am. And Mokshi work. Ma'am, you're doing amazing work in Canada. Really, you're supporting women and uplifting women. It's a great connectivity you're showing to India and Canada. You're supporting. Ma'am, you're building up the bridge. Thank you very much for your wonderful work and your amazing speech. And I would like to appreciate Miss Anar Mehta, ma'am, wonderful ma'am. You are given full insight and excellent information regarding the factors and reasons behind the female feticide. Thank you very much, ma'am. I appreciate every speaker here. Thank you very much for giving us a great importance and enlightening us to know and understand the importance of the girl child. And I would like to applaud and from my bottom of heart, I appreciate Dr. Amy Alon Rajalakshmi, ma'am. You made our this program a great way. Thank you very much for your wonderful, extraordinary co-host, ma'am. Thank you very much. You are a great life coach and best-selling author in UK. Great appreciable, ma'am. Thank you very much. And our great hero, Prince Pagadipalli. So I would like to appreciate Prince Pagadipalli for his wonderful support. And Dr. Rajarao, as I said yesterday, is a captain. Thank you very much, Rajarao, sir, for supporting us. All the women especially. So being a man, you're supporting us. Women to march ahead and help in upliftment and empower women. Thank you very much for this wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank